Shalom. This contemplative practice is designed to help you engage deeply with the themes of vulnerability, compassion, and love. As I've explored this in my essay, 2 Denarii for the Samaritan, I'd like to invite you to join me as we sit in each other's silence again this morning. And you are invited to, in this contemplative practice, in this sitting in each other's silence, to encounter both the brokenness in others and also the brokenness within yourself with the same compassionate gaze that the Good Samaritan offered to the wounded man in that parable. Find a quiet space where you can be comfortable and free from distractions. And you may want to have a candle to light, symbolizing the presence of divine love. Sit in a relaxed but also attentive posture, allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment. Take a few deep breaths, breathing in slowly and deeply through your nose, holding the breath for a few moments, and then exhaling gently. Let each exhalation release any tension you may be carrying in your body. You may even want to close your eyes as you imagine yourself walking along the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. Visualize the rocky terrain, the twists, the turns in the path, and the feeling of being on a journey. This road represents your own life journey, the challenges, the moments of fear, the times when you have felt vulnerable and exposed. As you walk along this road in your imagination, take a moment to identify the different characters within you: the priest, the Levite, the Samaritan, and the wounded man. Each character represents an aspect of yourself. The priest, that part of you that strives for perfection, avoiding brokenness because it feels like a threat to your identity or worthiness. The Levite, the part of you that is focused on efficiency and control, wanting to bypass suffering because it feels like an inconvenience or a disruption. And then the Samaritan, the part of you that is capable of deep compassion, that compassion which feels as if your gut is turning, gut-wrenching. Compassion and empathy, willing to enter into the brokenness without fear or judgment. Also, the wounded man, the part of you that is vulnerable, exposed, and in need of care and love. Imagine coming upon the wounded man lying on the roadside. Visualize this man as a reflection of your own woundedness, the parts of yourself that are in pain, that feel broken or unworthy. Allow yourself to truly see him, acknowledging the depth of his suffering without turning away. Take a few moments to reflect. What are the wounds you carry within yourself? What are the parts of you that feel exposed, vulnerable, or neglected. Perhaps it is a fear of failure, a feeling of inadequacy, or a past hurt that still lingers. And as you reflect on these wounds, notice if the priest or Levite within you tries to turn away, to keep moving without stopping. Observe these impulses without judgment, recognizing that they are part of you, but that they do not have to dictate your response. Now imagine yourself as the Samaritan. Approach the wounded man, your own wounded self, with a heart full of compassion. Feel your gut turning. Kneel beside him and offer whatever care he needs. This may be as simple as placing a gentle hand on his shoulder, binding his wounds, or speaking words of comfort and love. Consider the Greek term dasplankna, the deep, visceral compassion that moves you from within. Allow this compassion to fill you as you tend to your wounds. Speak to the wounded part of yourself with kindness. I see your pain, and I am here for you. Feel the warmth of this compassionate presence, and let it fill the places that feel empty or hurt. In the parable, the Samaritan offers 2 denarii to the innkeeper to ensure the continued care of the wounded man. Reflect on what your own 2 denarii might be. What resources, actions, time, or commitments can you offer to ensure your own healing and well-being? It could be a commitment to self-care, reaching out for support from a trusted friend, or setting aside time for rest, personal growth, reflection. Whatever it may be, take a moment to commit to wandering and offering these 2 denarii for your own continued care. As you bring this contemplative practice to a close, take a few deep breaths once more. Imagine the wounded man being lifted onto the Samaritan's animal, being carried to a place of safety and care. Picture yourself being carried as well, supported by the compassionate parts of yourself and by the presence of divine love. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Take a moment to journal any insights or reflections that arose during this practice. What did you learn about the different parts of yourself? How can you continue to embody the compassion of the Samaritan, both for yourself and for others? To conclude, you may wish to offer a prayer. God of compassion, grant me the courage to draw near to my own brokenness, to tend to my wounds with love and care. May I embody the compassion of the Samaritan, offering kindness to myself and to others. Help me to see the vulnerable places the vulnerable places within me, not as weaknesses, but as opportunities for your grace, for connection, for healing. Amen.